And yet, by the same token, to get a win this convincingly, I think has to really be a impressive showing in your eyes.
It's a nice win, and we'll take it, but we also got to take it in perspective. It's early in the season, and we understand that not everyone's at full arsenal. They had some players that were unable to go today at a full strength, and so hey, I'm proud of the girls, but we're going to just treat it as a good, solid win, and we got a lot of room of growth to build from yet, but we're happy with the result.
Well, one thing you mentioned to me right before the game is that you have to limit the turnovers, you have to handle their pressure defense. I thought that was an issue in the first quarter, but it seemed like you cleaned it up pretty well from that point forward.
You know what? I think once the girls got settled in a little bit and we spaced the floor a little bit better and made it some more cognizant decisions, we would just say, that it actually worked in our favor. Then we were able to try to break the press as a team instead of a one-on-one situation, and that helped us out tremendously.
So is that kind of, we see it now early in the season, we're going to be more prepared when we see it later in the season?
Well, all these pressure type of games are always good for that, is the fact that, anytime you get in these high challenging games, it helps you prepare you for the future. So you can reference this, be like, hey, you remember what we had to do against Lebo, or you remember what we had to do against Indiana, or whatever teams we faced, and now that adjustment mentally can happen a little bit quicker.
I know maybe your perspective might be different than your players, but does it mean a little bit more to defeat the defending WPIAL champions here tonight?
You know what? Again, not to stay too cliche. This season has started off so darn fast. By the way, I'm glad I caught myself and didn't say a bad thing. But it's been so. I honestly haven't had a chance really to reflect too much. Getting in the game plans and trying to get it prepared for the next team. Haven't really sunk in anything. So just trying to go ahead and plug forward, get ready for the next game. We'll have a time to reflect maybe when we get I think we get a 4-day break here in the near future. But we're happy with it. But right now, we're going to take a win for a win, but also understand that win means there's still growth to do.
We're going to hear from Kendall Berger momentarily. She was the leading scorer with 18, but I thought even though she did a good job scoring the basketball, your team really dominated inside, and Pelangio was key upon that. I think Bodai was really good in that regard as well. Do you think that that's going to be an advantage that you have just about every game this season?
But it all depends upon matchups. Every team has different matchups that you could take advantage of. We've been blessed to have a diverse group of girls that we can try to adjust to whatever the matchup we feel fits us best. Tonight, we were advantageous in taking the fact that we had forwards that had more size than what they had, and so those girls really helped us out on both sides. Might not show up on the scoreboard or in a lot of flashy stats, but how they covered up a lot of errors and how they were able to take some pressure off of always relying on your guards to break pressure, that's huge because it's mentally draining facing full court pressure for 4 quarters. So I thought we did a nice job as a team putting that load on each individual throughout the game.
And I would think that those paint players are going to get a real stiff test next time out because you're going to go against Greta Latrobe and Emma Blair, who's one of the best around.
100%. And so, we got to go ahead and kind of enjoy this one for a little bit, but then it's right back to the board, and it's a different style of team and a different game plan that needs to be installed. So we'll get to that tomorrow during our film session.
Brian, thank you so much for doing this. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.